Hi students. Today we're going to go ahead and review for our math test this week. Now our math test is going to be on Thursday, and that's going to be over graphs, just like we have been learning in chapter 2. So today we're going to review picture graphs and bar graphs. So we're going to go ahead and start with this picture graph. And the reason I know it is a picture graph is because it has pictures that represent information. So each of these suns is a picture, and the title of this graph is Favorite Summer Activity. Now, before I go any further, I would like for you to go ahead and get a piece of notebook paper or maybe a whiteboard so you can do these problems with me. So please pause this video until you have those things. All right, now that you're all ready, let's go ahead and answer these questions to the right. Number 1 says, how many students chose biking and camping combined? So combined here, that tells us that we have to do what? What do you think we have to do here? We have to add here, okay? So we know that this problem is gonna have to do with adding. And it says that we have to do biking and camping. So we're gonna have to add those two up. And you know what would make this really easy, a lot easier, is to just figure out how many students chose each activity first. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. All right, so it says the key is that each sun, there should be a sun here, it must be missing. Each sun equals 10 students. Okay, so that's really important. So that means for camping, each of these suns is 10 students. So if we want to count that, we would go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 50 students chose camping as their favorite activity. So I'm just going to go ahead and write 50 there. Okay. Perfect. All right, biking. So we have 10, 20, 30. Oh my goodness, what do you think a half sun means? If one full sun equals 10 students, what would a half sun be? I think that would be 5, right? Because 5 is half of 10. So 10, 20, 30, 35. So the half sun means 35. So 35 students chose biking as their favorite summer activity. For swimming, let's count these. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 60 students chose swimming as their favorite summer activity. And then for canoeing, we have 10, 20, 30. 30 students chose canoeing as their favorite summer activity. Okay, so now that we have this, now we can go ahead and answer number 1 that says how many students chose biking and camping combined. I'm going to underline the word combined because it means to add. That's a really important word. Okay, so we want to add together biking and camping. So biking had 35 students and camping had 50 students. So I'm adding together 35 plus 50, and I'm just going to do that down here. So I want you to go ahead and write that down with me. 35 plus 50. I would like for you to go ahead and solve this problem, and when you're ready to go, or I want you to pause this video, and then when you're ready to go, you can resume it and see if we get the same answer. All right, so hopefully you did 35 plus 50 on your own. Let's see if I get the same answer that you did. 5 plus 0 is 5, and 3 plus 5 is 8. So if you got 85, then you got the correct answer. So that means that 85 students chose camping or biking and camping combined. Okay. Number 2, how many more students chose swimming than canoeing? Okay, so how many more is the key words here? That means to subtract. So I need to subtract swimming from and canoeing. So that means swimming had 60 students and canoeing had 30 students. So I'm going to do the bigger number first, and 60 minus 30. Go ahead and solve this problem and then resume the video when you are ready to check your answer. Okay, so I have 0 minus 0 is 0. And 6 minus 3 is 3. So 30 students, or 30 more students, chose swimming than canoeing. 30 more students. Perfect. I'm just going to circle my answer. What activity got 10 more votes than camping? Well, let's see. Camping got 50 votes. Well, 10 more than 50 is 60. So what activity got 60 votes? It looks like swimming got 60 votes, right? So swimming got 10 more votes than camping. So the answer here is just swimming. Perfect. So this was our picture graph review. Now we have a bar graph review. Okay, this is a bar graph. And we know that because all of these different colors all of these here are bars. Okay. Now before we do number 1, the smart thing to do would be to figure out how many votes each type of book got, because the title of this is favorite type of book. So let's figure out how many votes animal books got. Well, it goes all the way up to 12 here. Okay, so 12 votes were for animal books. How many votes did mystery books get? Well, it goes all the way up to 16. So that means that mystery books got 16 votes. How many votes did science books get? Well, that's a tricky one because science is in between 4 and 8 on our bar graph here. It's in between it, it's halfway. What number is in between 4 and 8? Well, if I do this, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, what number is in the middle here? The number that would be in the middle would be 6, right? So that means that science books got 6 votes because it's in the middle of 4 and 8. And how many did sports get? How many votes did sports books get? Looks like they got 8 votes, right? It goes all the way up to the 8. Perfect. So now let's answer question 1. Which type of book had the least number of votes? What one is the least number of votes? That looks like science books, right? Science books only got 6 votes. That is the least one. So science books is that answer there. Just going to circle my answer. How many more votes did mystery books have than science? So how many more is our key words here? They tell me that we need to subtract. So mystery books got 16 votes and science books got 6. So I'm going to have to subtract 6 from 16. So 16 minus 6. Well, if I do 6 minus 6, I have 0. And 1 minus an invisible 0 here is 1. So that means that 10 more votes. So 10 more people voted for mystery than science. So that's our answer here. 10 10 more votes. And our last question, how many votes did animal books and sports books have combined? Combined tells me I need to add. So animal books and sports books. So animal books got 12 votes and sports books got 8 votes. So I need to do 12 plus 8. It's a little bit hard to write with my computer here, but that's okay. So 12 plus 8. Go ahead and come up with this answer and then resume this video when you're ready to check your answer. All right, so 2 plus 8 is 10, so I have to carry the 1 over. And then over in the tens place here, I have 1 plus 1 plus an invisible 0, and that is 2. That means that 20 students chose animal books and sports books combined. And that's our answer. So that was our review for bar graphs and picture graphs. Tomorrow we will review other kinds of graphs as well. Okay, so I hope you had I hope you're having a great day, and I hope that this made sense to you. If you were confused on a part, you might want to go rewatch it again, so that way when it comes to the test on Thursday, you will be ready to go. I will talk to you all later, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, guys.